Hello friends, welcome to Life Class with Ayum, Compliments of the Season. Today I'm going to be speaking on how to develop an attitude of gratitude. How to develop an attitude of gratitude. I started a teaching last week on an attitude of gratitude. So if you missed last week's teaching, I encourage you to visit the videos library on this page or visit our YouTube channel, My Pain Your Game Ministries, so that you can catch up with what we did, because today's teaching is like a continuation of what we did last week, how to develop an attitude of gratitude. Arthur Ashe, the legendary Wimbledon championship player, was dying of HIV/AIDS, which he got due to infected blood that was transfused to him during a heart surgery in 1983. During his illness, he received several letters from his fans, and one of the letters read thus: "Why did God select you for such a bad disease?" And to this, Arthur replied, 50 million children started playing tennis. 5 million learned to play tennis. 500,000 learned professional tennis. 50,000 came to circuit. 5,000 reached Grand Slam. 50 reached Wimbledon. 4 reached semi-finals. 2 reached finals. When I was holding the cup in my hand, I never asked God, why me? So now that I'm in pain, how can I ask God, why me? Developing an attitude of gratitude. I'm going to share about 3 or 4 points with you today that when you begin to implement it, you find yourself developing an attitude of gratitude. One of the things that you can do to develop an attitude of gratitude is to ask the right questions. Ask positive questions, not negative questions. A negative question is questions like, why me? Each time we are going through a difficult situation, each time things are not right in our life, we are going through pain, and we begin to ask, why me? That is a negative question. And I'm happy that Arthur was able to recognize this. And he said, if he did not ask why me when I was winning the championship, why should I now ask why me when I'm in pain? That is a right attitude. So when you are going through challenges, when you are going through things, one of the ways that can keep your attitude right, that can help you to have a grateful heart, is to ask the right questions. And the right questions is asking questions like, how did I survive this? Maybe you've gone through a lot of things and you are still alive. Then you look at yourself, ask yourself, how have I survived this up to this point? How did I get the strength to go through what I have gone through? And then you also ask questions like, why did I survive this? Or why am I going through this? If you begin to ask such questions, you find that you begin to find meaning for whatever you are going through. Whatever your situation is, you begin to find meaning. You begin to find a purpose for what you are going through. So if we want to have an attitude of gratitude, let us learn to ask the right question. Ask positive questions. Don't ask why me. Because one thing I've realized is that each time we ask why me, we never get any satisfying answer. Maybe the reply we get back is, why not you? So don't ask questions like, why me? But rather ask questions like, how did I survive this? How did I get the strength to go through what I'm going through? Or why am I going through this? Lord, what would you have me do from here? What is the purpose for what I'm going through? When we begin to ask such questions, we receive meaning, we receive direction. We find a purpose for whatever pain that we are going through. And then you now ask, what would you have me do now? How do you want me to move on from where I am right now? Those are still part of the positive questions that we can ask. So let's learn to ask positive questions. Because when we ask positive questions, it helps us to see the purpose in what we are going through. It helps us to see reasons, it helps us to see beyond ourselves. And then when we begin to see beyond ourselves, when we see that God trusts us enough to let us go through certain experiences, that will help us to be grateful. That will help us to see that we are privileged. We are specially chosen, and that is why we are going through certain things that we are going through. Then another thing that we need to do if we want to develop an attitude of gratitude is to let go of this entitlement mentality. Let go of entitlement mentality. Entitlement mentality is when you feel that the world owes you, people owe you. So when you feel that you are not getting what you are being owed, you become angry, you become like unbearable. People cannot come around you because you feel that everybody owes you. That is an entitlement mentality. You feel you are entitled to everything that comes your way. And if things don't come your way the way you are expecting, it makes you now to begin to behave badly towards people. Let go of that kind of mentality. I've said it in one of the broadcasts during this teaching that life is a privilege. It is not a right. Life is a privilege. It is not a right. You are not entitled to live. So the fact that you have breath in you today, the fact that you are alive today is a privilege. It is because someone have chosen to let you live. So learn to be grateful. See everything that happens in your life. See everything that you have in your life. See every person that you have in your life as a privilege. Don't see it as a right. When you let go of this entitlement mentality, it helps you to become appreciative of whatever you have in your life. And then you find yourself having an attitude of gratitude. So let go of entitlement mentality and see things that you have in your life as privileges. That will help you to begin to appreciate what you have. Nobody owes you anything. Okay, people may owe you money because you've lent them money. But then don't look at life as if everybody owes you, as if you are entitled to things. See things as privileges, and that will help you to appreciate life better. And then another way that we can develop an attitude of gratitude is to begin to recollect the good things that have happened in our life in the past. Begin to recollect the good memories, the good things that have happened in the past. Every one of us have one memory at least that we can recollect. And I'm sure every one of us have hundreds of memories of good things that have happened in our life in the past. Maybe things are not the way you want them to be in your life right now. Or maybe things are not the way they used to be. And that is making you to be bitter. That is making you not to appreciate what you have. But I want to tell you that you need to change that attitude. Recollect, because remember attitude, I said attitude is when we begin to think, when we begin to feel, when we begin to behave. So begin to recollect. Think about the good things that have happened in your life in the past. Think about good opportunities that have come your way. Think about good friends that you've had. Just begin to recollect some good things that have happened. And when you recollect those things, now begin to appreciate those things. Begin to appreciate God for those things. Begin to appreciate the people that have been in your life during those past times. When you begin to recollect those good, those past experiences, those good past experiences, you find yourself becoming appreciative because you know that at least life has been good to you. And then when you, with that attitude, with that thoughts of recollecting the things that have happened in the past, it makes you now to begin to be appreciative. And as you are being appreciative, you now begin to look forward to good things happening in your life again. Because you can tell yourself that, okay, if I have enjoyed a good life in the past, if the things that you have recollected, if some of these things have happened to me, then I'm sure that things can still turn around again. So recollect the things that have happened in your life in the past, because if you can think, you can thank. There's a saying that if you can take time to think, then you can thank. That means if you can take time to recollect and think about things that have happened before, then you can now be appreciative. You can now have reasons to give thanks. So recollect the things that have happened. That's another way that you can develop an attitude of gratitude. And then the fourth way is to look out for the good in every situation. Look out for the good in every situation, whether the situation is bad or good. Look out for the good. I talked about that last week, so I'm not going to go into more details in that today. Look out for the good in every bad situation. In every bad situation, there is a good. In every disadvantaged situation, there is an advantage. I can categorically tell you this because there are times, like when I had my daughter, and I found myself, it looks like I was incapacitated. I was just tied down, maybe in a room, always with her. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. But I now realized that it was also good because I now had time to start exploring other areas of my life, to start exploring other gifts in my life. It was then that I discovered that I could write, and I began to write. So that was a good that came out of the situation. So just look out for the good in every seemingly bad situation in your life, and then you'll be surprised that it is not as bad as you think it is. So those are ways I want to share with you today on how to develop an attitude of gratitude. And if you know other ways you want to share with us, please drop that message in the comment box or send a message to me directly. I want to hear from you. I want to know how this message is blessing you. And I want to know the decisions you are making as a result of watching this broadcast. So I just want to say thank you for joining me. And before I go, I'm going to leave you with a quote. That quote is by Melody Beatty. Melody says, "Gratitude makes sense of our past. It brings peace for today and creates a vision for tomorrow." Gratitude makes sense of our past. It brings peace for today and creates a vision for tomorrow. That is what happens especially when you begin to ask positive questions. You begin to make sense of whatever you are going through. It makes sense of your past. It now gives you peace, and it creates a vision for tomorrow. So I want you to develop an attitude of gratitude and stick to it. Hold on to that attitude of gratitude, because that will give you a fulfilled life. That will make your life to be full. You will now be thankful. And then other good things will also begin to overflow from your life. So once again, thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless you. Bye.